Hey guys, it's Brandon and Brian. We're here to give you a little pre-drywall tour of the house so that you can see where all the features are, where the utility shutoffs are, things that you're going to want to see before we get drywall up in there so that you can tell what's behind the walls. So coming over here, we're going to start on the outside. You can see we do have some electric stuff going on here. The temporary box will be removed, but you do have a street light out here. There is also a couple of drains. You'll see a few of these sticking up around the house. These are so the water company can come and flush out the drain lines if you do get a clog or something like that. Also, we have the transformer box here as well. In this neighborhood, we have all underground lines, which are good. That way you don't have wires and stuff like that hanging out over the street. Everything is underground. And then this transformer steps down that voltage and supplies power to your house and the neighbor's house. That's why it's kind of in between there. There will be some landscaping and things like that go around that to make it not stick out so much. Coming up to the front of the house, nice little front porch here. There will be power here as well, so that you can hang Christmas lights, things like that. We're going to start on the outside of the house. We kind of got a lot going on the outside. Here we have a chase tube that runs into the house, and I'll show you where this goes on the inside in a little bit. But there's going to be a weatherproof box here, and this is for your internet, cable, phone, things like that. We don't want guys having to come in and drill any extra holes into the siding where you could have water leaks or something like that. So we put a waterproof box here, and those guys will be able to pull their cables directly into the inside of the house, and I'll show you where that goes when we get into the house. Here we have your meter base where your electric meter is going to be. So when we're ready to get power on the house, the electric company will come out, they'll set a meter on here, and then we'll get power on the inside, and they'll come out once a month to read your meter and send you a bill. Everybody loves that stuff. We do have another drain pipe here as well. These will be cut flush with the lawn so that they don't stick up. But that's another one of those clean outs for the drains. We do have some sleeves and some red boxes that are sticking out to the side. Those are intentional. They are the vents for the bath fans, for the dryer vent, things like that. So when the guys do the siding, they will cut those slinkies back so that they sit flush with the soffit. We do also have a hose bib here on this corner, which is so you can have a hose that reaches the backyard and on this side of the property, and then on the opposite corner, there's another one that's more towards the front, so it'll reach the front yard on the other side. Back patio is not poured yet. We do pour patios and driveways a little bit later in the process so that the patios don't get discolored or cracked or damaged when guys are bringing in some of the heavier materials. But there will be power out here for the back patio. And then also there's a light fixture up there as well, so we have power there also. Coming around to the other side, beautiful water views. That'll be great from the patio. Nice water levels are pretty low right at the moment. We haven't had quite so much rain, but that will come up there. So in this area here, we have a lot of stuff going on. This electric box right here is going to be a master cutoff switch for your air conditioning condenser. So the condenser is the big box that sits on the outside, kind of looks like a radiator with a big fan in the middle. But this is the outside of that unit, or the heat exchanger. So there is some tubing for the HVAC gas that runs to the inside unit, power for that, and then there's going to be a master shut off there as well. There is also a drip line for that. So when your air conditioner is running, it creates condensation. It creates a condensation on the inside unit, and that drips out through this main tube. So when your air conditioner is running, you're going to see some water dripping out of there, and it's supposed to do that. We see some of those other vents for the bath fans and things like that as well. They do have a flapper door on the inside so that when the fan is kicked on, the door opens and that humid air can get vented outside of the house, but when the fan shuts off, the flapper door closes, so that way you don't have to worry about bugs or dirt or debris or anything getting inside the house. Here we have your main gas input stub. So there will be a gas meter. When we get a little bit further in the process, Dominion is our energy company. They'll come out and they will trench in an underground gas line for you. They'll set a meter right here and they'll connect up to this. And this is what will supply gas to the inside of the house. And they'll come out and read that meter once a month and again send you a bill. Then we have another area right here where we have some power, we have some gas, and we have hot and cold water. And this is where your tankless water heater is going to be. It's going to be set up on this side of the wall right here. So, so we have water that will go into that unit. So the cold line will go in. Whenever somebody turns on water, hot water on the inside, we'll have gas connecting to there as well. It will burn the gas, make the water hot, and flow back into the house through the hot tube right here. It does need a little bit of power, so we have this line as well. But this is where your tankless hot water is going to be, and it is all the time hot water. So as long as there is a call for hot water, this unit will run and you will have endless hot water. So if 10 people take a shower all in a row, everybody's covered. And lastly, we have that other hose bit that I was talking about. So this hose will reach the side yard and then also reach up to the front. One more thing, just because it's easily visible, your main water meter is right here as well. So there are 2 boxes here for that. Our company will come out. You need a special key to open that thing up, but they'll read that meter. And again, that will be in some landscaping and down at grass level. So coming into the garage, this is the main area where a lot of things are going on. A lot of folks want to hang up some shelving or some cabinetry, and I always try to tell folks to stay away from this exterior wall if we can, because we have a water line that comes down and goes out to where that hose is. We also have your main breaker panel, which sits on the opposite side of where that meter base is on the outside, so all your breakers will be right here if you do pop a breaker or you trip a breaker, where you would reset that. But be mindful, we have a lot of electric that runs directly up there, so I do not recommend trying to screw anything in above your breaker panel just because there is so much of the electric flows up through that area. We also have your main water line that comes in from that meter that we saw outside, comes in underground, comes up here, and this is your main water shutoff. So if you do have a leak in the house, there are little knobs underneath the sink or by a toilet. If you have a toilet that's running or something like that, you can shut the water off right there. But if it is a leak that's in a wall or in a floor or something like that where shutting off that valve does not work, if you come over here and shut this valve, it does turn off all water to the house. Then also on the outside, we have that tankless water heater. So we do have those lines that come down as well. The orange lines are gas lines, and then also the water lines that come down for that. So this wall is a very busy wall. There's a lot of things in there that you don't want to hit with a screw. This back wall, we have solid 1/2 inch OSB all the way across. There's also going to be drywall in here, so there's going to be a nice, at least 1 inch thick, even if you don't hit a stud, worth of material that you can bite into to hang things. So I would recommend either this wall or even the interior wall as well. We have OSB on that side as well, and there's not too much electric going on in there. We'll see a little bit more of that when we come inside. Walking in from the garage, we're coming right into the laundry room. We can see we have some water lines here for the washer and dryer hookup and some power for the washer. We have the dryer vent as well, which comes into the box here. And we can see that this dryer vent just goes straight up to the ceiling and then goes straight out the wall. And that was one of those flapper doors that we saw on the outside. But not too long of a run for the dryer vent, so you don't have to worry too much about build up and things like that. Coming into the kitchen area, first of all, if Brian could just turn, swing left just a hair, we got a massive pantry area in there. Very, very big. Lots of canned soup in there. So, and chips and Doritos and all the stuff we're not supposed to eat. All right, in the kitchen area, we do have a lot going on. In the kitchen wall, we're gonna have cabinetry. We do have some extra blocking in there, so there is always wood for the cabinet guys when they hang those things, that we're into sturdy foundations so that we don't have any issues with cabinets. We give those guys a lot of material to screw into, but we do have a lot of stuff going on this wall as well if you're thinking about anything additional. We do have a water line that runs straight up and down. This will go to the refrigerator, so the refrigerator is going to be in this section. There is also some plumbing in this wall that goes to the other side because that's where the master vanities and stuff like that are. So there is some other stuff that's in this wall that's actually for the other side. We do have where the stove is going to be. There is the gas line for the stove because it is a gas stove, and we do have a gas line that runs up through there. And there is nail guards there as well. If you were going to try to hang something above a cabinet or whatever, you're not going to be able to screw in there, and that's intentional. So if we could swing around to the island side, nice big island. We got a couple things going on here. We do have wiring pigtails on both sides, so we're going to have power on both sides of the island that you can tap into. There is also some additional power here, which is going to go to power your garbage disposal and also the dishwasher. And then we have the hot water lines, cold water lines, and the drains for the sink area and stuff like that too. Okay. Nice big open areas, all sides here. We do have hardline cable that comes into the box here if you want to hardwire some TVs. There is also one on the master side, so we have a big master suite here. And there is another hardline TV box on this side as well. Of course, electric outlets all over the place, so really no matter where you stick your bed, you're always still going to have power. Coming into the large master bath, we have the big walk-in shower area, and we have big double vanity going on here. So we have plumbing lines, drain lines that come in for the double sinks. We have the water closet area as well there. And then coming into the master closet, this is the other side of that chase tube that I was telling you about, where they have the pull string through there, so your cable guys, your internet guys can just pull that stuff right through. The line's gonna be right in here, and they don't have to drill any holes in the siding. And then we also have your regular power here as well, so you can have your router, you can hardwire the TVs in that you want, or computer systems. You have your Wi-Fi router and modem and all that stuff right here. The box is plastic, so that signal will get out very well. That's the reason that we use plastic rather than a metal box, because the metal will trap the signal in there, but the plastic does not. So it actually lets that signal out, and then you can have all of your control right there, and you don't have a mess of wires behind your TV in the living room. But a big walk-in closet as well. Just so that you're aware, this is your main gas line that we were talking about on the outside, where your meter's going to be, and it's going to come into the house. This is solid steel. So even if you did run a screw, there is going to be wire shelving in here. We do include that at Lennar. But even if you did try to hang some additional shelving or something like that, you really can't hurt this pipe with a screw. That's one of the reasons why we use steel there. All right. Couple of things. We do have the master suite is large enough that it's going to get its own HVAC return. So there is going to be a small filter there that you want to change either monthly or every other month, something like that, whenever you start to see it get discolored. If you have allergies and pets and things like that, you might want to change it a little bit more often. But there will be a small filter there. The other one is actually going to be upstairs. Under the stairs, we do have powder area in here. Also, again, nice size drain for the toilet area, and then we have the plumbing for the vanity. Nice big open foyer space. Nice light coming in from the second story window. Flamed in. Sorry. That is my drink. Coming upstairs, big nice open loft area. We see that other air return is going to be up here, so this is going to be the other filter that you want to change on a regular basis, and this is going to draw air from the common areas up here. There is also jumper ducts into all the bedrooms upstairs, so it's going to pull air from those bedrooms even if those doors are closed, so that we're recirculating the air like we should. And it's also going to pull from the foyer and from downstairs as well. And then we have some big bedrooms in here. Giant closets. Some folks always wonder why there's going to be an odd shaped corner in a closet. And generally speaking, it's because we had something from upstairs that needs to go downstairs. In this instance, we have some ductwork in here. So some people want to know if they can take that corner out of their closet that's built in. And the answer to that really is no. There's some mechanical things there where we have to get that airflow downstairs. We can see above us, there is a plywood platform, okay? And there is an opening right here. So your HVAC system, your furnace, your air handler, the other end of your air conditioning system is mounted up there, where we can see all of those ducts go up there. And this would be the access panel where you could push up and get up into that platform. Some folks like to store a Christmas tree up there as well, but just be mindful that it's not air conditioned space, so it does get quite warm up there. Brian is actually standing in one of the other bathrooms, and we can see we have some plumbing there where we're going to have the vanity set up. Right around the little corner here, we do have the toilet area kind of tucked away back there, and then we have the tub and shower unit there. We do also have a pretty good size linen closet right here as well to supply that bathroom. And then we have the other bedrooms as well, again with big size closets in there too. And we can see the other closet does have a duct in it as well, but better to take that space from a little bit of space from a closet. So we do also have boxes mounted directly to 2x4s here. So if you did want to change out your lighting fixtures for ceiling fans, they are properly braced to support that weight and support a ceiling fan. So a lot of stuff going on. I hope I covered it all in the video. If you have any questions, please reach out to Brian or myself. We'll be happy to go over some things for you. If you were thinking about hanging some certain things, or you wanted a particular picture of a wall or something like that, just let us know and we'll get that over there for you. But again, there's a lot going on in the house, a lot of great progress, and it's a beautiful house. Thank you guys so much.